Hey, what's up, everyone? Um, Today, I wanted to review a book that I've read. It's called Tao Te Ching. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. It is the first book in Pewdiepie's. I think it's like a book club. Um, but this is the book that he recommended to read for January, and I read it, and it's very good. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I learned from it and what it's about, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, let's see, what is this book about? Hmm. Well, it's about Tao. Um, uh, the way that they explain it in the book is that Tao is like this force. It was before the universe and before uh, anything. It's like this perfect, even darkness sort of thing. Um, the true way to find peace is by letting Tao take you through life and not being controlled by your desires and your fears and things like that. The way that I think about it is, I think about it like a river. I think about the water being the universe. Um, Tao, or not Tao, Tao being the current, and your desires and your fears and your expectations and your emotions are all things on the shoreline. And the way to truly be at peace is to just float and let the Tao take you down the river, or Tao. You have all these distractions that are on the riverbank, these your emotions and your desires and expectations and fears, and they're all in the riverbank. And if you let them control you, you're going against the current. You're dwelling in the same spot in the river. You're basically like swimming up it, trying to dwell on that same spot and that same scenery. At least that's just how I think of it. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make it any simpler, but Tao is basically this, or Tao is basically this force that can guide you through your life peacefully if you don't let things control you. If you be completely at peace. Um, and that's basically what this book is about. Here, let me read you a passage about from it. This is one that I really like. Um, the master does his job and then stops. He understands that the universe is forever out of control and that trying to dominate events goes against the current of the Tao, or Tao. Because he believes in himself, he doesn't try to convince others. Because he is content with himself, he doesn't need others' approval. Because he accepts himself, the whole world accepts him. And I just think that's really cool. And it talks about like how the Tao is the current, and believing in yourself, and that you don't need to hold on, like dwelling on meeting other people's expectations and having these desires that don't really help you out at all in life, or actually desires of your own. It also mentions that how a lot of our desires and our fears are just like imprinted on us from our parents and our people that online, influencers, stuff like that. A lot of us, a lot of our fears and desires aren't actually our own. They're influenced or by other people. So it's important to recognize which ones are your own and which ones are just given to you by others. I mean, there's another passage in here that I thought was really good. Here, let me try and find it real quick. I think it was basically, it talked about that same thing I was just talking about, how you can't let other people influence you, like your desires and your fears be influenced by other people. That's essentially what it was. I can't find it, but it's somewhere in there. It's a really short book. You should give it a read. It's like 120 pages. Some translations are longer, some are shorter, but the one that I read was like 100 or so pages. It wasn't too bad, and I finished it in like 2 days. I was gonna read it over the course of like a week, but I just read the first part, or I just started reading it and I couldn't stop, so I read it in 2 days instead. And the only reason I didn't read it in one was because I had to force myself. I was like, no, we gotta stop. I have other things to do today. But it's really good. I really liked it, so I recommend it to you. And I don't know, it just feels like it feels like I added something to myself, um, and I like became stronger from reading this book. Like I'd be more prepared to take on whatever the world sends my way. So I don't know. I think it was pretty good, to say the least. Um. So yeah, I think next, I'm probably gonna read. I think In the Buddhist Words is the next book, and then I also wanted to read the Discourses in Selected Writing of Epictetus, or Epictetus. I think Epictetus is how you say his name. But yeah, I really looking forward to reading those books, especially after this one. This one, like, I don't know, it really hooked me on reading, at least. I think so, because I don't know, reading it, I just felt like so good. It felt like I got stronger. And I just look forward to, I don't know, getting even more strong, being even more prepared for life by reading all these other books that I think would be really good. So that's what I have to say. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later. Bye bye.